So undertow. So to me, this was symbolic of the disconnect most of us have with the world. Um, this commute was very relatable. I mean, I've lived in New York. I've probably taken a commute very similar to this. Features things we would all see on the train our day to day. The couple fighting, the this and the that, and how we choose to disengage from it all. And you can really, utilize media to disengage from everything around you. And I feel like that was the most heavily featured. I thought it was very interesting how they chose to animate the disengagement, almost like the symbolic of like a sinking, a drowning, maybe symbolic of us drowning in this disconnection, drowning in the disengagement, allowing that social media bubble that we tend to get into when we're on a commute, kind of take over, and it does become like the world, the outside dynamics of the world is silenced in a similar way that it would be if you were underwater. So I thought it was a very interesting visual comparison, and I definitely understood it as soon as I saw it.
This was a pretty cool piece. I kind of like the journey it takes us on. It leaves a lot for the imagination to wonder about. But I enjoyed the that style of animation. That aesthetic worked really well for this sort of piece, as well as the music underlying it all, and even changing how it sounds based on where we were. All that was really smart, really well done, and it just made it really a fascinating piece to sort of pick apart and really try to get to what the message is. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
Undertow is a charming little gem of a short film, really, that tells an entire story without a single line of dialogue, which is always obviously incredible to do. The animation style is a delight. It's simple yet atmospheric, very comic book like, which I really enjoyed. Not only the style of animation, but also the choice of shots. It's cute and understated, yet packed with enough mood to draw you right in. The film uses clever cuts between past and present, revealing pieces of the main character's psyche without over-explaining. Each transitions, each transition adds layers, subtly piecing together her backstory in a way that's both intriguing and emotionally rich. Just when you think you have a handle of the animation style, it shifts, adding another level of interest to this already multi-dimensional story. Undertow is a beautiful example of how simplicity, when done well, can be incredibly effective. It's an atmospheric journey that gives you just enough to understand these characters in the world while leaving room for your interpretation. A quietly powerful short that stays with you long after it ends. Really well done.
This film is called Undertow. This is a brilliant animated short. It really highlights the images of teenage struggles, perhaps bullying at school, the pressures of getting to school on time, early mornings, and the impersonal and crabby people on transit. It was an interesting decision to have the film move back and forth from color to gloomy black and white. The faces of the many characters were full of expression, notably the arguing couple and the sullen teen lead. The imagery of getting swept away in water or being pulled in the undertow was a prominent image, as were images of pollution. Finally, the squeaking synth music with heavy, glitchy beat was perfect for this one, as the teen moves through a bleak morning. Great job.